94.7 Asempa FM. So ni Ekosiisen dwumedie no asoguso a utie no. In 2 minutes time it will be 6 p.m. in studio. Lawyer Sami Jemfi, spokesperson for the petitioner in the election petition hearing at the Supreme Court. Sanso and a lawyer Henry Nanabuachi Bibina Feno Nanabi, honestly a spokesperson for the second respondent who happens to be President of the Republic, Nana Dankwa Akofo Addo. And in Penifo Mienu anyone AD and Komo Ewe Ekosiisen. And how our proceedings echo and looking into the trial, how our Neoma ABC Ako. Ye Konana lawyer Nanabuachi Akasawi inti Same Bremwe.
Obi me that's Yenina yajiatum. I mean, no one is in doubt about the Mra Kunyini 1992 Constitution. Ekafa Ghana Amampini Abato. Yenina yenim se yakotoa basi yo mampenia. E was se candidates in Muba Kunya Emma Papa no total valid votes no more than 50%. And sana yakase wedding kunim. So mumubia enya samana more than 50% of the total valid votes na. I was about na yasan kotuni be in between the wedding first and the wedding second and only a friend runoff. This is what Article 63 of the 1992 Constitution provides. Yeah. Now, in any election, the hiapano
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
The total valid votes and the votes obtained by the candidates. So, the votes obtained by the candidate is a common denominator for getting the percentages because you divide it map by the total valid votes, not the multiply 100, then you get a percentage. Now, Nana B try say obes can NDC what our case is. I was not necessary because seven ni ka pounds or catchiano. You know, him say propaganda no way. Because I say, oh, NDC for 7 say EC chairperson be declare results. And or so of total valid votes no kind or so na wababa be correct no NDC for say mfonso no ye no mo de hwa no mugina wo ntse dogo bi yeden enu abe obi that is not accurate. NDC asem wa ye kan say constitution say to abawia Mami Jimensa wona ye EC chairperson and for that matter the returning officer Brana Bebobo say wo bobo a de wenya minimum more than 50% no we
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
Ye ko to about 7 December 9th December 2020 ube bobo aba no o ka say emma papa do ye to ye 13,434,574 votes one our kind a speech na wo twere ye nya de a wo de wano fafa ne ka keke a speech na ye twere gu paper so ma wo say Omampeni Akufo-Addo nya a little above 6.7 million votes. Percentage a wode man no ye ko calculate and e wrong enya sa percentage no nya e one mani bia ka ho. Figures be use ye na ye ono ana no mu asem declaration no. So wutie the Okane declaration mu a o say total valid votes o say at the end of the transparent, fair, orderly, timely and peaceful presidential elections, the total number of valid votes cast was 13,434,574, representing 79% of the total registered voters. Way on one declaration.
On the 9th. This on the 9th, right?
Yes. But then, you see, Obi, my clear. This on the 9th, no? Me who head the who tail. There is only one declaration of the 2020 presidential elections.
And it cannot be corrected?
And that is the 9th.
It cannot be corrected?
No. A so-called correction or a correction is not a declaration. It is a make a declaration once more. It is the 9th. Because if one can has 2 declarations, or magaza?
No.
So we are talking about one declaration. Naobi. Or say in the declaration, Mrs. Jimensa, chairperson of first respondent and the returning officer for the presidential election, further said that the second respondent, Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, obtained 6,730,413 votes. being 51.595% of the total valid vote cast. They claim that the percentage of votes obtained by the second respondent was 51.595% of the total valid votes that she herself distinctively stated to have been 13,434,574 was a manifest error, as vote cast for second respondent will amount to 50.098% and not 51.59%. So I hope that Nanati has said. Now just what ma or so man penye kufuado nyae. Now we divided by the total valid votes now announced here, which is 13,434,574 now. Or man penye kufuado wenya 51.595. And only be used because and no ye declaration.
13,400.
Yes, because that is the hair declaration.
But it's been corrected.
Hold on.
Why are you not taking notice of that?
Hold on.
Okay.
Until man penye kufuado wenya the percentage. Ma menesi wonyae. Percentages look more about 100%. Or man penye kufuado wenya more than 50% because onon kwani votes no man 50.098. But that time not only 274 constituencies in your results, not the Chiman South results of my energy men's and say ya the Chiman South in na kra the ma John Mahama we the second say lo man penye kufuado be win into we declare man penye kufuado winner. And on the say no, ye the Techiman South eko kan u declaration na wa ye at the time ne hono. O man penye kufuado wenya 50.0 more than 50%. Or teba 49. Enti unyina so a wo declare the winner no. Eye unconstitutional. Obi so what you say. Okay, say 2012. Ye to abawie no. Afa region nya results ni nyina na aka constituency ba ko pe time. Okay, yeah, NDC man pressure say on declare so say there be. Me declare because a man I what time no. See the nyina ma o man penye kufuado no we di second na it can affect the outcome. Na for region nim say yentimi ntu aba man nipa ni nyina nto ma party ba ko. But once all the votes in that outstanding constituency could affect the outcome, was a train. Jimen's are the same train because me the nyina akra ma de wato so mienu na still the way the kind a candidate kufuado dinkuni. Ye kwaye ya obwa. Onya more than 50% but that is a declaration your own constitutional. And I say, oh, me young Fonso, obi tie ni you. Ye case na me chechu mu biemu. Say na be ya na be jai mischief no. Me young Fonso, man on the pie. Inti makwaya press release. They said they make a number no sim fidie number no so na ehwe. Oh. Utim fita atia mu anku. Say ye figure keke na wo bobo na we mistake dia. Oh, hey, candidate agents mo mra John Bodu we. You know mosquito. We na total vote cast na me call you total valid votes to we dey mo fan cheme. Inti correction ni enya no ano nante ase aye na ye adwuma. Na wonko a wo kohye kukuam esum aseka bi. Na wo de wo figure aba 10th FM December. Figure no de ba no so no press release no kwa one sign buji mensa won san sha ase. Unim say ye to aba Ghana ha boss manasare won't be declare.
Dabi.
Because there is only one returning officer, which is
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
It is a why your declaration I was all correct. And why your declaration when I was sign on san sha ase. Hey, ade we munya rem. Figure ben I was say and na correct one na. We say 13,119,460. So 13119,460. Obi wate? Okay. And I asem na ko do court. Inti ye nyina ye hwe se Jimensa no kwafo. Obeba beka say oh de na bi ken yampa. Mano na form ye. Na enye 13,434,574. Nemom na ye 13,119,460. And on the 10th of December I corrected it. Inti NDC fo nyina say omo ko to figure that and me the new figure but na obi meboa. Say okasa asenka NDC ye kwa ye be fere. Afi ma me the figure for fraba. A different from the other bar 10 for now say no na correct figure no. Obi tie me yo which is 13,121,111. Into onunko the three figures. What this means is say Jimensa has corrected her so-called correction here in the 10th. And so most them for munim. Enya John Mahama petition ye or the court wa enka obi ube nya third figure of 13,121,111 total valid votes no ka wate da bibisao The first time this new total valid votes figure has been introduced in courts in their answer to John Maham's petition at paragraph 24. Obi say what say?
Me too.
Enti John Mahama petition na nkasa no kura ne yehu da. What that therefore means in say and some for should stop telling the NDC say the EC has corrected its errors. Because that so-called correction now easy for that damn say correction, they have abandoned it in courts. They are no longer making reference to the unsigned press release of the 10th on what January free home. Obi, do you understand me? Because in that unsigned press release of the 10th, okay, we election, I may have a program. Me catch on say, my mini Detroit Ghana for say a total valid vote spend an enough form here into our be corrected. And ma John Mahama. Omampenye Kufuado ne other candidates nya no se wamfa ne nsanya dey anka but ye ko check ye no na wate John Mahama maso by 1707 at the 174 votes aka Omampenye Kufuado votes o obi so kai se me kasa asembwe kokota o declaration wa abandon o say a mistake o correction wa ye so wa abandon correction na obe dada Ghana for say my correction ni no wadwane afiri ho. Who the new figure naba? Now first Sami Jemfi bisa say what is the total valid votes? Nana B say oh yemfa latest one ne work out. Nana say you was say moda John Mahama as you. Na John Mahama petition we am man ka wo benya sa figure no. No hold on ka wo benya he. Yet you are dismissing this petition say you're frivolous. Ababi enim finim. Who new figure now? What's no your total valid votes you are working with? No, it has only come out in courts. Never had the EC made reference to that figure anywhere. Oh, you tell me?
Me too, pa.
Now, Obibeka so send here. So my the trouble account. O ma ba be correction. So ma abandon no the way back. Last one we into. But what be bizarre question be and thank you very much. O say on what basis should we accept the latest one and not the second one? Why should we accept 13,121,111 and not the 13,119,460? I know the bad 10th. Said this is the correct one. And not the obi won't think as a mistake because that I can say me correction and obi me boa.
Yes.
The work that doing why your correction is waiting. Nana Ghana mpenyufo nyam kodao. The okoda doing on the 10th I would buy no so waiting. No, Nana Nyanto was a fair ni asate.
Obenya ota.
Wo bubu nwe gukwemu ma menyi mfiri o. Obi za wutie me.
Me too.
Na ve Nana bi say yamfa new one no. Nana, the entity was a third figure no, and not the second figure. Because you think the EC has a right to always change results. Said they will have to demonstrate to the court which of the figures are correct. And you're then on 13,190,460. Now, days after you do Mukojina court to new figure.
Now, I think I read somewhere.
Pushed, you know why?
I read somewhere say Greater Accra constituencies before be results by later. If you remember.
No, but you've
seen that in the answer, right?
Or declare results on the 9th. Or say all the 274 constituencies need declare. Now results by Chida. Why not in the crack and once? As a way, rep. Now be you started to about Ghana, ye ne. The ben ya to about at the time we. Anana bi pa o kasama o Mampenye Kufuado o kra wotie na results are o si o Mampenye Kufuado areni figures already kra wuni so yemfa third one no na wo kra no enya wutimu na yemfa third one no sen adena ene se me fa second enti Jackson fa second one no sabi je be fa first one na na fa third one sa na ye you amanfo kra sere Ghana ni nyina ye nwiamu na unim de ehu no third figure na say yemfa no so kwa yentimi mfa ma ne nya yie obi tie ni ye o third figure na omode aba no as if that I mean the worst of it all say no so kra no so problem e won ho kra de e chen first two no because the primary source of sa figure na ye kan ho asem na hu hia total valid votes eye emma papa Ghana for 2 year on 7 December no ni nyina no eye captured on the faces of pink sheets from the over 33,000 police stations of Ghana. 38,000.
Yes.
Now those 38,000 police stations, you know, you collect, in their respective constituencies. In Ghana, there were 275 constituencies and a 275 resource summary sheets. Constituency biawo ne pink sheets. Amen kanasa. Enti okay kasa 275 ni bomu a. Eye total valid votes na e wo so ni bomu a. And I would be national figure na meboa.
Ekosiisen.
Some forms ni nyina easy for a publish on my website. Bia na nam adwen ko ho. Mama o revelation bi. Maboa ko calculate we and na me say Jackson. Yema obi. Me fa figure na ma. A different figure.
A different figure na you saying.
I can tell you the figure but go and do your homework. Mother, I'm a lawyer like you, and you don't think you can trick me to give you information. Me say you get a different figure, and that is why Yeka said this is not Nana B should not just bastardize our case. Say, oh yes, a mistake that Nana ejina so, and you mistake that Nana because because why correction why abandon who the new figure ba new figure no so does not conform with what some riches out the Juma. Obi, who will accept this? Obi, who call election was Sempa FM ha? So we house master wa ha. Na ye the idea we do wa. Why must Ghanaians accept the sham of the results? Now Obi sa question be na de. Na watching Nana B. And I want people to record this today because Nana B say for him, the total valid votes I am finding the latest one is answer to the petition, which is 13,121,111. Obi, when did the EC file their answer to the petition? And after the petition was filed?
Yes.
Early January.
Yes.
January.
Yes.
January, yao.
Yes.
Gazette results na declaration ya Gazette in the 10th. But it was the 9th declaration in the Gazette.
Yes.
Enti simple question will be say nana say we new figure need ya we say new figure we na correct total valid votes no na sa figure we by January in response to Mahama petition then it means that is not what was enacted into CI 135 and that is not what was gazetted. This is common sense because gazette no 10th December based on the 9th December declaration yes. Who figure was here correct no by January in answer to Mahama petition. So definitely that is not what was declared, that is not what was enacted, and that is not what was gazetted. Therefore it means what was declared, enacted, and gazetted is flawed and unconstitutional. You are agreeing with the case of the petitioner.
But the challenge will be the gazette did not come with any figure.
But it came on a date.
Absolutely.
And on that date, had this new correct figure Nana B saying we should rely on, had it arisen?
How do you know it was not there?
Because that the EC had announced two figures, and that the figure they claim is the correct figure now was not part of those figures. Or they were gazetting figures in their head. Figures they are not informed Ghanaians about. Figures they show team Nana. So they told Ghanaians one thing and they gazetted another. I mean, definitely they cannot tell us that cock and bull story. They can't tell the court that. It was anytime you refuse to debate the MPP on the trivialities and you bring them to the substantive issues before the court. Obi. So Penana B's own argument was the results declared, the results enacted into CI 135, and the results gazetted no. So he's agreeing with our relief, asking the court to declare all those things, the declaration, the enactment, CI 135, and the subsequent gazette as unconstitutional, null and void, and all that. Wajiatum in effect. Now, Obi,
finally.
Finally.
What's your time now? Finally, Sammy.
Okay. Wakabi be say, ye call court no. Say ye kwa ka say ibia ya coalition na ye hu say o ma wi abani mu a enko bia na ye be ya nyeza. Na nyesa na ye kan. You know, Obi ma chirim. Say if the declaration is unconstitutional and null and void, issues of coalition, overvoting, and the regularity of the conduct of the election doesn't even arise because there is no declaration to challenge. Are you getting me? No, Nana, yeah, lawyers. Say declaration is unconstitutional. It means a null and void. So a null and void. Actually, say a new cry never existed.
Yes.
So if it never existed, yeah, then the results on the basis of which the declaration was done, whether there was overvoting, you knew.
Have you collected your own results?
Hold on. Yes. And based on that, we have won. But
based on your coalition.
Yes. We have won the election.
You insist.
But we choose which one to go to court with first. Because Baku is fundamental. Baku is about the constitutionality. It's about the constitutionality of the declaration, need the whole thing. Once that is settled, now the real results declared, then we can go to issues of the regularity of the conduct of the elections. So Nana, we know what we are doing. Now, Obi Mebao.
Finally.
It is not even true. Obi, I can do it in 2 minutes.
This should be 1 minute. I can grant you 1 minute.
It is not wholly true. Paragraph 30. Paragraph 31 of our petition. Yes, say, Jimen say we are manimu bi e de aka Omanpenyi Kufuado de ho. That's the meaning of pardon of oaths. And yes, say be examples kakra bi sample cases. Yanka say examples ni nyina no. Nti na na wotebrofo kra che me. Sample cases. And ya kire ave wo nyi ano ne say oh, eno kra de esu a nti ye wie mu kakra bi. Really? 2012 election petition. Some people vote me one case of pardoner. Kadede on be no krom ha. When we over 6,000 votes, so see nipa 6,000.
And all the 6,000 went to Nanado.
Yes, and anumpo your sample cases.
And none went to Mahama because
sample cases.
In your press conference you said that some
we are talking
went
about
to
what
Mahama.
is before the court. But this is the first time in the history of Ghana. Yato abewie ne de we di second ne say ye wiame. Ye the votes bebre ama Omanpenyi Kufuado wanya. The already ye no so Omanpenyi Kufuado so say ye wia no. Aba no Jimen say wiem. Ono one campaign chairman Peter McMahon on Joy FM say Jimen say wiem amajo Mahama. Na wa amajo Mahama ma wanya. Onte ye.
Mate.
Inti nana bi mo say Jimen say wiem. Yes, we say Jimen say wiem.
That is not before the court.
Massa, you better say your witness statement. We say Jimen say wiem. Yes, we say Jimen say wiem. Dia mudi atem here. We all agree that the election is unconstitutional and flawed because mo say mo evidence say Jimen say wiem amajo Mahama. Wa wo chairman wo fa bebe wo bia me chia no. Ono ane kan. Yes, about what time we are mo say wiem. Yes, we say wiem no. Wo tie defend it because it suits you. Then finally, o can be say yes say yato abena wiem po a yehu Techiman South results no. Omomfa ni nyina nka ye ho. Obi who explaining that. So I'll be very snappy. The point who explaining that say
let's listen to him.
That those paragraphs you read no Nana Meba Mechim. Those paragraphs you read no. We were showing you why the declaration was wrong and unconstitutional. And we are saying say ma mene say see a divorce ni nyina majo Mahama. Divorce say what Techiman South nyina majo Mahama kra still Omanpenyi Kufuado be we ni. By a year ne sa ne hu say enya no kre. It in the declaration now yeah no was wrong and unconstitutional. And on kire say ene ya to abawie still ye pese ye divorce ni nyina kan ho. But of course what we are challenging is the 9th declaration. So the events after the 9th ni immaterial to our challenge of the declaration
of the declaration on the 9th.
And they make it to nyina ne say obi.
In the formono you've closed your eyes to all the subsequent corrections that
there has not been any are we having a discussion of the deaf? One kasa one who said Anabi Akacho say even the correction too they have abandoned. So what correction are you talking about?
In the EC's answer to my petition, no.
Interpretation. Chanka me say obi oko school abuchi o te brofo cheme. Obi what we treat brofo bia o ye. They treat brofo interpretation bia o ye.
The EC's answer to my petition no made reference at 10th December correction statement nearby. And you cannot have this discussion without that because that is a correction to the 9th December.
Was also the figure for Fraba. Why won't the figures? So why basa? Intermediate. Oh, Nana, intermediate. They make a cut to you say. A man and I say the worst case scenario. Mammy explain. Yes, I know will be a wrong impression. So worst case scenario now catch level. Say it will be that the EC should go and do a proper declaration. The effect of that will mean that the declaration of candidate Kufuado is unconstitutional. As winner of the election, is unconstitutional.
By that, it does not mean we would have a rerun. The EC can be asked to go.
Do you know the effects?
It can be asked
Okay.
to go and
If it
check
is
the corrections.
unconstitutional, it means he never won. It never existed.
Obi.
Nothing
Nana
about
B.
real
Nana
declaration.
B.
Obi.
And one I'll be who?
Obi. Afei deɛ sɛ ɔmo sɛ me nsɛm a meka yɛ nyinaa ɛno ara na me nua no asi so no ɔmo nni asɛm biara nsɛm ni ɔmo nni asɛm biara ka because Obi evidence bɛɛ paa na mu odu sɛ sɛsi a wɔte yi mehyɛ da busa no ɛde pempem ne sɛ eti mutumi yɛ collation ɔsɛ ɔmo yɛ no former president John Dramani Mahama ɛwini one touch Obi ɛnyɛ no kwa na ɔsɛm kɔde bɛkyerɛ I mean just be fair say because by yet no ye pedi wa wini and also the okay can o duplicate no copy of a year pink sheet the young mamma no mo ye mu coalition am can say former president mama wini one today that is the best evidence in fact that is the most compelling evidence you can put before the law court
to invoke Article 64.
64. Oh, McMahon was one country, Massa. A dream. So we will see, and what can I say? More we knew, and I'm a day. Sat we have Dominic Mohana Munchama and I'm the Bama. Most what videos I can say, oh, Muyamu coalition, former president, my even one touch.
Yes, you won.
Okay, good. And I may make a choice say, and yet, court in your modern and I'm court, you are wasting everybody's time. You are wasting everybody's time because no.
Because
it's Musa the presidential petition. You say, "Hey, now what's happening now?" I was okay. It was the presidential petition.
I don't know in what window? So window no.
It has been closed. It didn't make say the best form of evidence, the most compelling evidence anybody can gather, any party can gather. Any say you can't even near seeing you know near kuta no. And yes, sir, and there was a year pink sheet so into the former president. We need one touch. You don't go to court, say any yama I didn't rerun. Tio Obi. Also, we need one touch. What if it is so? So we need one touch. But rather, you are in court saying, say, court and sign one of your reliefs. To what say? One of your engine card and card the properties and come for some resources and can among us into court in the claim and become money. Eti obi ni omo kanyina no nso nyinam ni omo kanyina no as ade papa bi anim they are wasting everybody's time Ekosiisen no court why am from so be 4 times o obi wonim say even application kwan komro correct even errors no sa application kwan am from so asahye mu ma but to the court ama wo kwanya say kona ko sachira wade ne fa beto eyenim na maame no ye elections no na no a ekofum ye total vote cards na total valid votes figure no en sachirae wasese ne bibie mo se da bi enfom so na wa ye ne de obi into India petition omo own petition they keep they are referencing 13,434,554 meanwhile maame no so e dey kind of correct figure no Ediaba, so correct figure no, 13,121,111. To be ended for some say. And some person maybe as if they don't have any case. They are not challenging any of the elections conducted. And Obi, I repeat, they are not challenging any of the elections conducted in the 38,622 polling stations. Additionally, 311 special voting centers now. Yes, they are not challenging any of the elections conducted in these places. Adio Moyano, yes, I'm from Somi and Sana, Obapa Jin Mensa, no. Oba correct you. Almost what correct you. I said, Nitia when you almost what correct you, won't correct you, yet they are fan. And 1 year calculation. Year calculation, no.
Asempa FM.
49 point something. And I'm Haman's 46 for almost many. Obi, a same way. Me a lawyer ninty, mentrana mimwa, but yen yaha, Buhunum guasi BP. Ubu for sure. And this is a political party. Sorry, Eddie Tiamon penny for. The bedroom review said they have been misled badly. Obi me should your passion I say wow tie cry a me nua yi kasa yi sɛ abaroma wini one touch what wini one touch ho dance wɔ ya wo sɛ yɛhwɛ mebusan sɛ ɔsa de presidential petition me bɛkɔ a so ɛno nso mo dwen ho when the window is already closed for that it tutu sɛ ɛyɛ siesie adwen bi bo apayo bi ye ni hwee but yɛnkɔ ne yɛnkɔ keka nsɛm ne nyɛ ne ho nyaa
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
It will be a proper trial na shasia and I be when Guasia beton kofu kuma. People will run. And Guasia
in this election petition.
Me say Emede say yes petition I say no wasa can be say yes ya coalition na Mahama we need one touch. And me some also we mo cut it na mo de news. Say some Jamfi say still any date say 26th on 26th. Or still mu coalition, no. How am I really one touch? Meanwhile, you are in court. Patch or say. Obi declaration or yeah from Sobermana affected the outcome of the Rose. Was still percent oko rerun. You are also Tiasa coalition. This is how ineffective and these coalition is here. Oman coalition be Oman coalition be that is what we do with Pimpim. Njobi, you was solid legal team. Na my main fa wa fidie so na membo a legal team no abaso. Obi they are working day and night, and I'm so happy. Ye penny Akutampao, lawyer Frank Davis, Dapa Ado, lawyer.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
Kwaku Esrifi ya upon Victoria Beth, Bright Ochejukum, and Dr. Ernest Owusu Dapa. Nyamishra Omopadi, they are working really hard. And Nyamiyaduma Wednesday, or Thursday, and yes, I Ebishia a walk call to be. And any time I'm between Safribiano, but I'm happy, say, and no BBA who assembling in any, and then Mwasia to NDC4.
Lawyer Henry Nanabuache and Motin and Kano Obaha or Shehat Mienu and or a spokesperson for the second respondent, one of the spokespersons for the second respondent, actually a national youth organizer of the ruling NPP. Ekosiisen Suni Haya Sempa 94.7 FM.